Hello, this is Greg Tepper from the Tepper Group at Keller Williams with another edition of Realty is Stranger Than Fiction. And you know, a lot of times on this program, we bring you what's funny, what's weird in the world of real estate. And today, I want to bring you something, I want to show you something that's actually done right. And so as you're out looking at homes, you can keep this in mind. And this is a raised house, all right? And so there's a lot of different ways that homes are raised. And I want to show you the piers on this house, because you can put a concrete cinder block pier directly on the dirt. And what will happen over time is that the house will sink, the house will press on that, and the foundation, the piers become uneven, and then you see them shimmed up and kind of styled in a lot of different ways to try and make the house level. In this instance, when you're looking at a house that's raised, you'd love to see, although it's not required, you'd love to see the piers on a concrete pad or a concrete footing like that. Sometimes you'll find what's called a concrete chain wall, where it's a band of concrete that goes from all the way around the perimeter of the house and even under the center of the house to make sure that the piers don't move. So in this instance, this house has piers on concrete footings, which is great. The other thing that you see is that the cinder blocks each have mortar between them, so the cinder blocks themselves are not going to shift between each other. And I've seen them without mortar before too. And last but not least, since this is a cedar siding house, as you see here, this is a termite shield. That is a piece of metal. So if termites, however they do it, they smell out the wood and they climb, because they're really good climbers and making tunnels and such, they could climb up through the cinder block and get to the wood. But this piece of metal, and you can see it on every pier around the house, I can show you some, not all of them, but they are on every pier around the house. This termite shield, they crawl up and they bump into a thing of metal, and then it just repels them and keeps them away. So that's what a termite shield is, if you're ever curious what that thing of metal. And so this is a raised house done right. And that is today's episode. So thank you for tuning in. This is Greg Tepper at the Tepper Group at Keller Williams with another edition of Realty is Stranger Than Fiction, and we'll talk to you soon.